Hello there guys, gals and non-binary pals, it's Infale here. Sorry I'm a bit late with this video, I've just been really enjoying this season. And yeah, didn't have time to get on it in the first week because I was too busy being extremely lucky. Now starting off with IRL luck, this is my Christmas present from my wife. For the OG Diablo 1 players that recognise this. It's cool, isn't it? I've also got another one, which is the Ogden's Tavern loading screen in Tristram from D1. And obviously this is the town portal from D1. Totally cool. Great presents, love my wife. So, based on all the hatred from the anniversary 5-year PD2 items that the community voted for, I really loved the Black Fenris. It looks cool. You know, so I was like, I've got to make a Wind Druid now because, you know, that's my chaser item for the season. So, here's my Wind Druid. For that reason only. But it is a very powerful starting character. It's very safe because you invest in Oak Sage. You can have, you know, one bear tank to hide behind, if you like. Or just have a mercenary tank for you and have nothing in summons at first. I went straight into having 6 wolves because they are quite good in Hell. You have to keep resummoning them in scary situations. Conviction, Lightning Enchanted, bosses, map bosses. But for normal content, they will stand in front of the line of enemies for you and you can just shoot your wind spells from behind them. And the best part about a Wind Druid, for me, is it's built in. You get 2 attacks, of course, of 2 different elements. You get your Arctic Blast against your physical immunes that you just can't break. Although I have an Act 4 Dark Mercenary who's been cursing from me since the start, so it's been very smooth, very comfortable. So we'll go over my gear quickly. It's been a crazy ride. I've had so much luck. Just with rune drop luck has been insane. So apologies, but I'm going to shoot back and forward to read because I don't remember most of the luck. So the first couple of days were as standard, you know, got together with the guys and we had a full party for once, which was really nice. Everyone could make it for Season 12. So we rocked on through Normal and Nightmare to the end of Nightmare, I believe. Sort of angling for Hell up to, you know, day 1, which is pretty good for us. I think I was in 60-something. So that was the usual stuff, just trucking along with rares and a spirit sword and all that kind of jazz early on. I did find a bear rune and a low rune on day 2, which was insane. The low rune was really early on, and then the very end of the stream I found a bear rune for day 2. So the next day I sort of wrangled some trades, got myself a Chains of Honor on. I didn't even wait for a decent enough armor. Oh, I've muled it by now. But it was just a 4-socket Archon plate I found, but that thing served me really well for ages to have 2 skills, good resistance, 2 skills in the armor slot. I do actually have all my items knocking around here with the Druid. So, you know, I found this to keep my resistances up early on. Bad slam, but whatever. And so that's my trusty Spirit Longsword I got from sort of Nightmare onwards. I crafted this helmet for Magic Find, which was really good. For ages, had crazy amounts of Magic Find. So I found lots of stuff pretty early on. I had a Spectral Shard with a Magic Find Slam, so that helped me out with resistances and such. I had Dark Clan Crusher on Switch. And I actually found this fairly early on as well, my Lidless, 2 skills Lidless, and Slam for a socket. I was like, perfect, that's me done, happy with that. So I had Lidless and Dark Clan Crusher on Switch for buffing the summons. This was my armor for quite some time. So just Druid skill and some resistances. But like I said, I got the Chains of Honor really early on, day 2, so yeah. I got a Storm Shield from Morzor, a fellow streamer, and a Wizard Spike, because he didn't need them, he said. So I supplied him with some Druid Shockwave stuff, because we're both fellow Druids. But before that, I had this shield, so big resistances and life per character level. It was very nice. Again, I love being decked out in rares. It was red, red, and red. I was a very red Druid for a long time. Yeah, just a Magic Find ring. That I didn't actually take that off until very recently as well. My amulet, again, didn't take that off. But I swapped, actually. I had this one at first, and I swapped to this one which was for ages and ages I wore this, just for the magic finding the elemental skills. It's fantastic. And these, wow, I've had them on only until pretty much recently as well. For the Cannot Be Frozen, I did have this Ravenfrost on to, which was really good when I was changing my gear around for Cannot Be Frozen, a bit of extra life. But yeah, so that was that. This belt was on for ages because it was, couldn't get any better, but then I had this, which was really good. I only recently took that off as well. So my gear shuffling has all been very quick. This one I was on my Mercenary, I think. Because again, he's had a bit of a shuffle himself. I was wearing these, Chances for ages. Mana per kill, magic find, was all good. I still managed to maintain the 99% faster cast rate breakpoint for a lot of time. It was only when I had really killer gear on, like I have now, that I was struggling with cast speed breakpoints, but we'll get to that. And these were, I think, my Mercenary's boots as well. So yeah, that's my progression, and now I'll show you what I actually ended up on. So, as I said, with my early bear rune, I got the Chains of Honor, which was for ages. Yeah, day 3 I was doing maps, sort of day 2, day 3, like day 2 I think they were white maps and a couple of yellows, mostly blues as well, maps, and then day 3 I was doing blues and yellows. Yeah, it'll progress very quickly because of I think the Chains of Honor, really. Well, not too sure it was just that, but, you know, a solid build and fairly solid gear. But yeah, so back to back, I got a Goblin event. My first Goblin event gave me, on the very first Goblin, he dropped me a Cham and a Gull. Then the very next day, I had a Bear and a Cham. It's been insane. I've had 3 Cham, 2 Bear, 1 Low, a bunch of Gull runes, a bunch of Ists, pulls, all that kind of stuff, very, very early on. So I did a whole bunch of trading. So yeah, so I have a Horizons Tornado. I think I traded for 1 high rune and put an all resist jewel in it to balance things out. I got this Fenris, which I paid a couple of Wellstone shards for. I can't remember how many, but I slammed it and got physical damage taken, which I thought was pretty good. The only successful P-box this season. So that P-boxed for 2. This P-boxed for 1. And it was quite sad. I found this Mara's and slammed it myself for blocking. I traded this for a high rune with my friend Bilbo. And it had diamonds in it at first, but then the blocking was just shocking. So I put, yeah, Shayalum in it. I found these myself and slammed them. So a bit of faster hit recovery. This ball Kathos I traded for high rune and a half or something, I think. It wasn't very expensive, but I needed the strength to have as much strength as possible. I could put it elsewhere, Dex and Vitality. Happy days. That was where the Ravenfrost sat for so long until I balanced my gear out with this. I tried to trade with the guy. He wanted 2 high runes for it and he wouldn't take anything else. So I managed to get lucky day 4, I think, or something, with getting the currency up for that. There was a lot of currency movement. Yeah, if I just read from my script, bear with me. So on the 4th of December, someone traded my, I had a Sur rune versus their Vex and Ohm, so that I could make a CTA, which was 652, so that turned out really nicely. And then with the change, I bought a P-box with the Vex, and then got 1 socket on this, which was bad. I bought the Dungos, swapped out to my Occultists, which were slammed badly, sadly, for increased attack speed, badly for me. But luckily my friend Crazy Ivan was very kind and swapped his 26 lifers with my increased attack speed ones, so that was good. So I've had them on for quite some time. So yeah, my other Cham rune I found, I bought that. That's what it was. And then with the change, I had a P-box and used it on that. And this ring I actually found myself and slammed. And it was very, very nice. I was obviously hoping for a 20 cast rate ring, but now that I've balanced my gear out, this was the final piece to balance, basically. I needed to get Cannot Be Frozen, 30 cast rate to hit the 99 breakpoint, and some skills in my armor slot if I was going to give up Chains of Honor. So yeah, that's my gear, basically. I've had this from very early on. Can't pinpoint exactly where, but who cares? It's fantastic, right? So this I bought for a high rune and a half. This I bought for a high rune. That one was 0.5 or 0.75, don't remember. These were Gull runes. Yeah. Bought them all very early on. Got lucky. This was bought very early on. I used my bear rune with my friend Schmidward, who's also a streamer. You've probably seen him. And he was like, dude, you're using a bear rune for this? This was like, I can't remember, day 3 or something. And I was like, well, I've got everything else that I need. I just need a torch. No, not the bear rune. I can't remember. He gave me loads of change anyway. It's not. I'm not saying I paid a bear rune. I can't remember. I think I paid a high rune for this as well. I just wanted the skills at that point. Yeah, and this was a sad gamble. So I was trading with Kieran. You've probably seen his YouTube channel as well. He's a friend of mine, and he wanted some Splinters of the Void. So I traded with him, and he said, "Do you want to gamble on an unidentified annihilus?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, dude. I've got a bear rune or a cham rune or something." So I threw it at him. He gave me some change, and in fact, that wasn't actually the first time I did this with him. That was this was the first time. So I wore that for a while, and I was like, oh, what a gamble. That's so sad. Persevered. It's an annihilus. It's skills. Woohoo. You know, even though the stats are rubbish. The XP was nice, the XP gain. So I couldn't complain. But the change I had from buying an unidentified annihilus, I went on and bought something else. Wow. Sorry, I'm so unprepared for this video, guys. But then, yeah, the situation came up again later on, like an unidentified annihilus gamble, and yeah. I hope to upgrade these two things in the future. Right now, it's not really an issue. I mean, I do a crazy amount of damage. Once I'm buffed up, I think I do, yeah, it's 12k to 12k. Yeah, 12k to 12k. We've got 2,000 and something life. 2,128 life with the spirit. Yeah, reses are good. Blocking, I've got 51% at the moment, so I'm doing a bit of an experiment. So with Twilights, it's actually really good. The Cloak of Shadows on block, I love it. Obviously, I'm using it for the physical resistance, you know, minus to enemies, coupled with Fenris. If I can get a cast rate, you know, Soul Drainers, then maybe as well. It's a good stat. It keeps you super safe when it kicks off. I had it at 75% chance to block, but it's a huge dex investment, because as we all know, Druids block terribly. So I've sort of experimented with no block, max block, and now I'm experimenting with half block, and I don't really like it that much. It doesn't kick off enough for safety, so I'm going to, on my next level up, sort of put the 5 stat points into dex. I think it should take me to about 54-55% block, and just sort of see in my head what it's like, and if I don't like it, I'll just do another respec. But yeah, it's pretty solid, you know, and again, it's standard build 20, 20, 20, 20. With the new changes to Gust, I've only got about 4 or 5 points in there now, because Twister and Tornado reduce Gust cooldown by 0.25%, which is a massive help, because it then means you can put, you know, I've got 15 odd points into Wolves, I think, for tanking. As you can see, they've got just over 1,000 health, and with 8 of them because of Fenris, they're good. I've got about 5 points, I think, at Oak Sage, just to get that extra top-end life and, you know, healing regeneration. We all know I love regen. And Vines are obviously saving my life by dragging up life and mana for everyone. Super solid. So yeah, Mercenary, he has Ondul's Wisdom, which is, again, only a recent upgrade. For the longest time, he was using a Purity Walking Stick and Nage's Circlet here to meet the cast rate breakpoints. But I found this, slammed it for life after each kill, so I put another life after each kill duel in there. It's just so that he can keep himself sustained. And the leap between no skill points in these areas to 6 skill points in these areas, it's just made him do crazy damage with his teeth and bone spear and things. Obviously, the primary reason we use him is so that he can cast Curse for us, which is perfect. But yeah, the inner sight on casting is useful, because the reduced enemy defense means I do more damage with my Twisters. And obviously, the same reason with my Cloak of Shadows. The reduced enemy defense means they take more damage from my Twisters. So it's lots of good stuff there. I crafted these early on for him. Big resistance gloves with cast rate. I found this myself and slammed it, but I didn't need it at the time. And as I said, I didn't use this one in place of my one while I was struggling, because I preferred Chains of Honor. But he, you know, he's having a good time there. Still haven't slammed his belt. It's from pretty early on, really. But cast rate and damage reduction's good. They're a bit squishy, these guys, usually, but because he's hiding behind 8 wolves, he's doing okay. And again, boots, I've still not slammed him. My poor mercenary, he's taken a massive backseat. And say he's just got these 2 upgrades, though. He's fine. So yeah, that's my build, everybody. And so I comfortably do T3 yellow slammed maps and all that. I've done Imperial Palace, which is where I got the P-Box from to do this, and sadly got the 1 socket, boo. I've done Tsar, Sanctum map, and got a defensive aura skiller with life. So yeah, I rolled that because it was a 99. So yeah, that is my Wind Druid, people. So yeah, there's going to be some clips now coming up of my foray into the season with early luck being what it usually is, with things bricking and things not being found and etc. And yeah, Lady Luck's just really shining on me this season, and I'm incredibly grateful. It's been fantastic. You know, crazy amount of high rune drops, and long may it continue. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you.
But damage bonus is pretty good, I think. Double check that.
Hell yeah.
Is it worth it? Yeah, it is. Damage is king. I missed the life, but...
Oh. That goes in my there, doesn't it? Yeah. Wait. That's to you. That's to you.
I slammed it and bricked it. The club. Ooh, super chests. In the River of Flowers. Let's have a bang. What do we get? A mana potion? And nothing. A trapped chest, if anything. Yeah, caught on fire. Awesome. That's like just an illustration of my luck right there, really, isn't it?
I've got this if you need it for your merc.
That's nice. Resists.
All yours. It needed to pop back out because the filter needed to be reloaded. That's what it was. Thank you, sir. Got it. Appreciate you.
God
I know.
damn it.
Damn it.
I'm the best.
Oh my god! I just got a freaking bear
Hey!
rune.
I just saw that. Exit the game, dude. Once you get it.
Well, I'll be looking for an Ummanist. Oh wow, that sounded demonically deranged. What the f happened there? Cheers, buddy. Wow. Okay, well clearly that's good luck, right? No, I bricked it.